get over. You can't stop doing something. It seems like no matter how hard you try, you're like, this really isn't a good thing for me. I always do this, spend time like this, get caught up in this. Most of the time that's coming from some kind of behavior that's been learned to cover emotional pain. I'm avoiding, by watching too much television, I'm avoiding entering into intimacy because it's too scary. So I'm staying up too late. I can't get to work and do my job very well. It seems like I always end up failing. And if you're honest, maybe it's because you're afraid of success. Because you might fail anyway. It's easier to not try than to face it. You hit that point in a relationship where things get really, really tough, and it's been really hard, and you say, you know what, I'm done with this, and you walk away instead of facing it because it hurts too much to walk into the relationship. You'll avoid emotional pain as much, if not more so, than you will physical pain. What is it that drives you? Success? Status? Avoiding pain? What is it that is your ultimate leader? What is it that drives you? If you've been here for a while, I've been telling some of my stories on myself recently, how God has given me freedom, because for me, success, being one of the best, being the top level of what I do, was the measurement of significant success for me. And as much as I tried to fight it sometimes, when push came to shove, that's where stress, depression, and frustration would focus. Because if I wasn't the best, my church wasn't growing as fast as it should, and all the stuff that I put up of expectation of what should be, then I wasn't good enough. What is the driving force in your life? Take your Bibles. Turn to Luke chapter 14. Luke chapter 14. This is the New Testament. New Testament, the first four books. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They're stories of Jesus. They're called the Gospels, the good news. Luke is the third. He didn't actually follow Jesus. He was a protege of Paul, some of the other apostles, and he went and recorded eyewitness accounts of what happened, compiled them into a book. Luke chapter 14, verse 25. Again, this is written during the time when the eyewitnesses were still alive to verify or to discredit what Luke was writing about Jesus. Luke chapter 14, verse 25. A large crowd was following Jesus. You got a huge group of people following Jesus. This week I went to the Get Motivated seminar at the Idaho Center. Zig Ziglar and a bunch of other people there. It was the fullest I've ever seen that place. It was packed. I had to park on the side of the field next to Sam's Club across the street. It was so full. I've been to all kinds of events. I've never seen it that full. It was ridiculous. A large crowd is following Jesus. He turned around and said to them, if you want to be my disciple, you must hate everyone else by comparison. Your father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even your own life. Otherwise, you can't be my disciple. And if you do not carry your own cross and follow me, you cannot be my disciple. But don't begin until you count the cost. Now, again, he's looking at one of the peak moments of his ministry. He's got huge crowds following him. Remember, he had crowds up to 5,000 men plus women and